Hello dear crypto friends, and welcome to today's video in which we are going to talk about the altcoin market, because the altcoin market fascinatingly looks a lot more bullish than Bitcoin. Now, as Bitcoin, the altcoins are super oversold. The monthly RSI is at insanely incredibly low values, quite a lot lower than in the lows of 2018 and March 2020. And if we go into the weekly chart, we can see something quite fascinating, namely that we are resting exactly here at the top of early 2018. Okay, the altcoins are resting exactly at the top of early 2018. So this is quite a fascinating thing, because this looks a bit more bullish than Bitcoin, which is resting a bit below the top of late 2017. So just looking at the altcoin market cap now. Let's just look at the altcoin market cap, at the total altcoin market cap, without taking Bitcoin into account, as if it was a separate entity, and just look at it. How bullish or bearish is it compared to Bitcoin? So as Bitcoin, also the RSI is insanely oversold here, even on the weekly, and we can see that quite similar to Bitcoin, it is making here some kind of falling wedge. The RSI in the weekly chart is forming a falling wedge, like a super nice falling wedge structure, and falling wedges are normally bullish structures that break to the outside. So the RSI will at some time start pumping, breaking through this resistance line. That is normally the time when this happens, when the breakout occurs, that we are starting to pump. Now, going to the daily chart, this immediately looks more bullish than Bitcoin, which has dropped a lot further, has dipped quite a lot below the top of late 2017, right? Because the top in Bitcoin in late 2017 was at 20,000, and we went to 17,600. And here we can see we didn't dip a lot below this top of early 2018 in the altcoin market. So this thing here looks a lot more like an expanded flat correction. And last time I was talking about the expanded flat correction possibility, friends, and as always, this is just a possibility, that we are now doing an expanded flat correction, right? And that this thing here is an expanded flat, and that we are going into a bull move, an unexpected and brutal bull move from here onwards that nobody is expecting. That is the theory of the expanded flat correction, if we would be in an expanded flat, which we currently don't know. But we are looking at the altcoin market now and try to find out if the altcoin market is more bullish than Bitcoin or not. So we zoom in here, and we said that if this indeed is an expanded flat correction, right, A, B, C, then this latest move is normally classified by a 5-wave structure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last time we said that normally the extension, so the bottom of wave C, is at about the 1.236 extension of AB. So we go to our Fibonacci extensions, and wonderfully, what do we see, friends? We see that the total altcoin market cap, excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin, by the way, this is total 3 on TradingView, so excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, is even more bullish than the total market cap. The total market cap we saw yesterday sits at around 1.236, at the 1.236 Fibonacci extension. But we see that the market cap of only the altcoins without Ethereum and Bitcoin is even more bullish, and they sit at between the 1.236 Fibonacci extension and the 1 extension, so the low point of the AB wave. So this is quite interesting to see that the altcoins, if I just delete this stuff, look even more bullish than Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we are sitting here at a value that is well within the possibility of an expanded flat correction, because as we said yesterday, an expanded flat correction is only invalidated if we go below the 1.618 extension, okay? If we go below here, then this scenario is invalidated. So it is interesting to see that the altcoins are very much more reluctant to drop than Bitcoin and Ethereum. That is quite fascinating because normally the altcoins drop even more than Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin drops, say, 20%, you can be quite sure that the altcoins drop 40 or 50%. That is actually how it was all the time before. But now apparently the altcoins have become more reluctant to drop as compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. That is interesting. Now, if we go into the RSI, something even more insane can be said. Because yesterday we also said that, ideally you should have an RSI divergence between wave 3 and wave 5. So here, right here in the end, ideally between those two waves, you should have an RSI divergence. Now, we didn't find one such divergence for the total market cap and for Bitcoin. But for total 3, the total altcoin market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum, we can see that we have lower lows in the price between wave 3 and 5, but we have higher lows in the RSI, friends, and quite significantly so. So this is also quite different to Bitcoin and to the total market cap, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is quite different. So the altcoin market cap, hilariously, looks a lot more bullish than Bitcoin and Ethereum. That is quite fascinating, friends. That is quite interesting for me, at least, because normally the altcoins were always weaker. So this also seems to be a new weird development now that I don't recognize in such a form from previous times when this happened. Because, for example, here we can see that in the 2017-2018 bear market, Bitcoin fell, we remember, by about 84%, right? Bitcoin fell by 84%. How much did the altcoins fall? By 92%, friends, by 92%. So the altcoins fell here a lot more than Bitcoin did. But right now, the altcoins fell only 71% from their all-time high top in November 2021. That is actually less, friends. That is actually less than Bitcoin. Quite incredible, but true. So what is going on here? That is an interesting development, and I wanted to share this. So it seems that the altcoins are more eager to pump. So what does that mean? We have a strong hidden bullish divergence in the altcoin market cap on a weekly time frame. We have a structure that looks very much more like expanded flat correction, more so, aggressively more so than Bitcoin and the total market cap. So this means that if Bitcoin now bounces, this means that if Bitcoin now makes a bounce, right? It's kind of like we say, okay, I can understand people say this is unrealistic that Bitcoin will make directly new all-time highs from here. This is clear. This is just a theory and it could be invalidated. We know it will depend on economic developments. It will depend on inflation data. It will depend on what the Fed will be doing. Will the Fed continue to increase the interest rates, to continue monetary tightening, or will they start loosening again? So this is, of course, very much dependent on what the stock market will be doing as a consequence. So if you say that you think it's extremely unrealistic that Bitcoin will go directly into a rally, then at least some kind of bounce could happen, right? Then at least some kind of bounce until we maybe retest a second time these lows at some point later this year or in 2023 or something like this. Some kind of bounce. Okay, this was an exaggerated bounce. Let's make a smaller one, kind of like this, okay? So if Bitcoin makes a bounce, now we go back to the altcoins and we see how much more bullish they are, right? How much more aggressive and bullish they are. And we see the quite fascinating hidden bullish divergence, especially in the weekly chart between this wave 3 and wave 5. It is not so difficult to assume that if Bitcoin now makes a bounce, that the altcoins could actually make a new all-time high. I know this sounds crazy. This would be then the scenario of Bitcoin bounce, but new altcoin pumps, so a new altcoin season. So the fact that the total market cap 3, the altcoin market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum, looks much more bullish than the market cap with Bitcoin and Ethereum makes me think that there is a strong possibility for an altcoin season. But of course, that is clear, friends, only under the premise that Bitcoin is going to bounce. Like Bitcoin has to bounce for this to happen. We will not get a scenario like this one here if Bitcoin goes lower. If Bitcoin goes to 10 or 12,000, friends, then it is clear that the altcoin market cap will also go lower. Maybe not as much, but it will be dragged down. That is clear. The altcoins cannot pump while Bitcoin drops to 10,000. So this would be in the case that Bitcoin makes a bounce. So I found this quite interesting, friends, and wanted to share this because I think there is a possibility that even if Bitcoin doesn't make new all-time highs, that at least the altcoins will make a new all-time high and that we get a nice altcoin season. There's this possibility. That's what I wanted to share, friends. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did so, please like and subscribe. I would be happy to welcome you here on this small but growing channel. Of course, I picked the worst time to start a daily crypto channel. In the most brutal bear market ever. The views are complete crap, so nobody is interested in coins right now. And of course, it's really difficult to get a hold over the established channels right now under these market conditions. So of course, I would be extremely thankful if you would subscribe to this channel. Thanks a lot, friends, for watching. Have a nice day and see you in the next crypto update video tomorrow. Ciao!